Howdy, folks. Welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I'm not quite sure what we're in for today, but I can tell you I'm looking forward to it because I'm a fan of the Grateful Dead, and I don't know if this is a cover of the Dead song Truckin', but it's Dwight Yoakam, and Dwight puts his stamp on anything he does. It's so unique where you don't confuse him with anybody else ever, even if he's doing a completely different genre. But this is a gift from Renee Mooberry, who is Dwight Yoakam's #1 worldwide fan. Not just in the States, not just in Louisiana, not just on this channel. All the above are true, but I think worldwide. So, thank you for the gift, Renee, and this request. And I got this from Christopher Hazard's channel. That's the version that Renee wanted me to get. So hopefully there's no issues with this one. But I'll put the link to Christopher's channel below. And we'll go from there. So let's find out what Dwight did with Truckin'. And this was in 1992 on the David Letterman Show. And I used to watch Letterman a lot.
Oh,
well, I'm drinking coffee too.
Hey, Sanborn, don't you wish you'd gone now? Yeah, he did. He left. He was so impressed with the fun we had, he's left now himself. You know, if I can be serious here for a minute, kids, our next guest, I don't know why I said that. Our next guest is a popular country artist who is represented on this new album here, right here. It's called Dedicated, a tribute to the Grateful Dead, aimed at raising money for the Rainforest Action Network. Man, look at that period. Wow, now see, there's a professional big-time TV period. Now we can go on with the show. Thank you very much for a job well done. Anyway, here now performing the Grateful Dead's hit Truckin'. Please welcome Dwight Yoakam. Dwight!
Well, you've done your Dwight Yoakam research. And I love this song.
Truckin' got my chip gas stand. Truckin' like a $2 man. Together, more or less in line. Just keep truckin' on.
This song, one of the lines in the song takes place in your neck of the woods. Busted down on Bourbon Street, set up like a bowling pin, knocked down, it gets to wear and thin, but Bourbon Street in New Orleans. And you're in southern Louisiana.
On a main street. Chicago, New York, Detroit, and it's all the same street. The typical city involving a typical daydream. Hanging on up to see what tomorrow brings. Dallas got a soft machine. Houston, we put New Orleans. New York, they got the ways and means. They just won't let it be.
It's a great line. Got the ways and means.
Sitting and staring out of the hotel window. Got a tip and they're kicking the door in again.
Yeah.
Like to get some sleep before I travel. You got one, I guess you're gonna come in. Truckin' like a $2
You skipped the line.
Once over me, you gotta play your hand. Sometimes the cards ain't worth a damn. You don't let it down. Sometimes the lights are shining on me. Well, there's times I can barely see.
Iconic line coming up soon. Right here.
What in the world ever became a sweet Jane? She lost her sparkle, you know she isn't the same. Living on red, vitamin C, cocaine. All a friend can say is ain't it a shame? Trucking up to Buffalo, thinking you gotta go slow.
bass line is tremendous in this one. The lead's good, but the bass. It seemed like on this one that they gave them like a limited time slot, like a very specific amount of time, because they cut a line out of that one about when they were down in New Orleans, busted down on Bourbon Street. The line that the bit of the song that I had regaled you with earlier in the reaction, but the Grateful Dead, it was interesting. I've done a number of Grateful Dead reactions on the channel, and I haven't done one in a while, but it's some folks who heard those reactions were like, my gosh, Don, like, I didn't know the Grateful Dead were this beautiful. I just thought they were like a metal group. And that's what I thought when I was younger, but I was into metal, but I still never got into the Dead. And then probably in my early 20s, my friends were into the Grateful Dead in their teens. I didn't get into them. But then in my 20s, I'm like, God, these guys are good. Like, I really like their harmonies and all. Well, it turns out, too, some folks on the channel, as I'm reacting to the Dead, were like, I'm going to have to look into more of their stuff. I had no idea that this is what they were about. And I'm like, I know, I went through the same thing 40 years ago. But Jerry Garcia was in a country and maybe bluegrass, but Jerry Garcia, who was the founder of the Dead, one of the co-founders with Bob Weir, was in a country band, a bluegrass band, I believe, too, prior to the Grateful Dead. And so he has country roots, and it shows up in their music. They're sort of like a fusion of jazz, rock, and country. So this song, Truckin', would have been right in Dwight's wheelhouse. And obviously anything's in Dwight's wheelhouse, and the way he moves, the way he like dances too, just shuffles his feet and then does a little country little boop, boop, that just, it works because he's got the look, the appearance. Some people just have it, you say, what is it? And then you come up with 1,000 words and you realize you haven't even covered it yet. You can't. You're like, I don't know. Just watch them. You'll get it. But a fun find. I don't know how long you've been holding on to that gem, Renee, and I know you have a lot of other gems up your sleeve because you've been Dwight's #1 fan. You have to know all of his stuff if you're going to be the worldwide #1 fan. Yeah, and I love the Dead's rendition. It was the only rendition I know I've known up until now, and it's really an iconic song if you're a Dead fan, and to me that is what it is, an iconic song. But Dwight just made it fun. He kind of kept with the original spirit of it. Dwight, I know, could relate to this too. Going from city to city to city, they begin to look the same. He could relate to different cities. What do you say? Like Houston's too close to New Orleans. And the cops got a tip when he was in New Orleans. And this was left out of the song. Like, got a tip, you're going to kick the door in again. And then it says, one of the lines is, if you've got a warrant, I guess you're going to come in. Busted down on Bourbon Street, set up like a bowling pin, knocked down, it gets to wearing thin, they just won't let you be. And I think the impetus, the origin of the song is that there was somebody or some folks who kind of had it out for the Grateful Dead. And so they would phone in to the police ahead of them arriving in a city that they've got weed on the bus, or they've got this, or they've got that. And then the police would act on it. They'd get a warrant, and then they would search them. And like New York, it's got the ways and means. They just won't let you be because there's so much backup, so much police presence in New York, rightly so, because there's so many people. And if somebody is determined, say in the Justice Department or somewhere, or even just a rogue fan who's like, screw you, I want you to have problems. They'll phone in they were phoning these things in ahead of them getting into the city. Could be a former band member. That's another thing, like a disgruntled employee. But all that said, it was just fun to see Dwight do just what Dwight does. I mean, he doesn't try to pretend to be anyone else, ever. He's like, this is me. I'm just going to do my thing. And that genuineness draws people to him. Even if they don't like country, I know there'd be folks who are just strictly into rap or strictly into some, hardcore rock. They'd be like, all right, I got to give it to that dude. He's pretty freaking cool. So, all right, I'm going to rate this one. And the number that popped into my head was an 8.8. And because I liked it. But I was disappointed that they cut out my favorite phrase of the part of the song about being busted down on Bourbon Street. But I mean, Dwight's just cool. What do you say? He was just cool. I love the bass line in this thing too. I said that during the song, but Renee, thank you for that. This was a trip down memory lane. I loved watching Letterman back in the day when he was on. I loved him. He was just funny. Everything he did was funny. He looked funny. But his wit was tremendous. So there you go, folks. You can thank Renee Mooberry for that one. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.